Good afternoon, groovy citizens, and happy Winning Wednesday. I hope you all have been having a wonderful day. My day has been great. I have no complaints. Has it been perfect? Absolutely not. But it has been great nonetheless. You know why? Because I'm here. You're here. We're here. So that makes today great. And y'all know when I wake up in the morning, I have my prayer meditation time. And I always say, Lord, today is going to be a great day, no matter what. No matter what. It is always going to be a great day. Keep telling yourself that, and I promise you'll start to believe it. So before I jump into my topic for today, I wanted to share the words to a song that has really been just weighing heavily in my spirit over the last couple of days. And it's not a song that I've not listened to before because I have it in a couple of the playlists on my Amazon Music app. But this song, like I said, it's just really been weighing heavy on me, and it's called Same Grace, and it's by William Murphy. I'm pretty sure most of you have heard this song before. If you haven't, Google it and listen to it because it is a powerful song. And it starts out, he says, "And after all that I've been through, I've got a story to tell you. He wouldn't let the devil consume me because God knew he could use me." Y'all, that's powerful. "And God is no respecter of persons. What he's done for me, he'll do the same for you." And then it repeats, God is no respecter of persons. What he's done for me, he'll do the same for you. And then he goes into singing Same Grace. He sings that 4 times. And then he goes into the next section of the song and he says, God is no respecter of persons. Like I said, it does repeat. What he's done for me, he'll do the same for you. And that repeats again. And it says, because he's given you the same grace. And then at the end, because like I said, that just continues to repeat and repeat and repeat. But then at the end of the song, it goes back to the beginning stanza where he says, "And after all that I've been through, I've got a story to tell you. He wouldn't let the devil consume me." And there's another version of this, and I can't think of how it ends at the moment, of course, because I want to tell you guys. I'm not able to tell you what it was, the coup de grace, if you will, for that song. And because I'm not in the house, my my iPad is not reaching my Wi-Fi. But anyway, oh, here it is. Okay. And so, like I said, that repeats over and over again. Nope, this one doesn't have it either. Okay, anyhow, y'all, I'm trying to tell you, go and check out that song. It is a powerful song. And like I said, if you really think about the same grace that God extends to you, he's extending to somebody else. The same grace that God gives to me, he's giving it to other people. Your grace is unique only as it relates to your situation. But grace in and of itself it's just across the board. God doesn't say, well, because you live on this side of town, I'm going to give you this amount of grace. But because you live on that side of town, I'm going to give you let me do it this way. I'm going to give the person on the right a little bit of grace. But because you live on the left, I'm going to give you a whole window full of grace. No. It's the same grace. And that's the powerful thing. If he did it for me, he'll do it for you. And so I don't know who needed to hear that, but as you go about the rest of this week, the rest of this month, the rest of this year, which is only a few more weeks, and into next year and years to come, I need you to keep remembering that the same grace is extended to all of God's people. Because the song reminds us that he is no respecter of persons. He doesn't look at your job title, where you live, what you drive, who you know, where you've been, what you've done, to determine how much grace he's going to extend to you. We all get the same grace. Yeah, that's powerful. Anyway, let me jump into my topic so I can let you be, because I have a full evening ahead of me. Well, here's my dilemma. I have a meeting at 7 o'clock. That's a Zoom meeting. And the beauty of Zoom is you don't have to cut your camera on. But I also have Angel Richardson's day 3 of her 12 days of Christmas, challenge that we've been doing. And so I do need to get the homework done for day 2 so that I'll be ready as we go into day 3. So I need to get this done so I can finish all of that up. So today's topic is, I want to give some goals to set for 2024. And I have 10 things that I want to share with you all. This is not in any way a complete list of goals that you should be setting for yourself. It's not concrete. It's not etched in stone, if you will. But these are just 10 that I wanted to share with you. And hopefully you all have goals of your own that you want to set for 2024. And some of you are probably thinking, well, you know what? I hadn't even thought about goals. Hopefully you have, because we need to have goals. Now, you all know I am not big on setting resolutions, because just like I think I've shared with you all before, we create resolutions, we can break them as well. You know what I mean? Like most people, a lot of people set a New Year's resolution to start exercising. And you say, I'm going to join the gym on the 1st of January and I'm going to go 3-4 times a week, whoop-de-woo. And 9 times out of 10 before January is over, you have already stopped going to the gym. The evening comes, because most folks go in the evening, although there are some that go in the mornings, but the evening comes and you're like, Lord, I've had a long day. I've had meeting after meeting or training, or I just had a stressful day. I don't feel like the gym. I'll go tomorrow to make up for not going today. Then tomorrow comes, and guess what? Tomorrow has its own issues, and so you don't go to the gym. So that resolution that you set to start going to the gym is out the window, and January is not even over. And I'm gonna tell you how I know that to be true and factual, because if you think about it, you go into gyms on January and it is packed. You understand what I'm saying? It is packed. You got to find that perfect time to go, because the gym is so packed with people, and you've got to wait for machines, and some machines you just have to bypass because it's too many people already waiting for them. But, well, it depends on what it is, because if it's a bench and you by yourself, or maybe it's 2 of you all, I'm gonna say, hey, you know what, do you mind if I work in with you all? So, but that's just me. Anyway, I digress. But before January is over, watch the atmosphere. At one time, you had to drive around several times to find a space. You had to wait for equipment. But before January is over, sometimes, you know, you might make it through January, but you get into February, and possibly by March, there's very few people in there. You know why? Because that New Year's resolution for working out is gone out the window. So whether you are ready or not, a new year is just a few weeks away. Now is the time of the year when we reflect on the things we wanted to achieve, the things we actually accomplished, and the goals that we would like to set for the next year. So here are some ideas that will challenge and change you. I don't know about you, but I don't ever want to leave one year and go into another year being the same Michelle that I was last year. Now, I mean, there should be something about you that's different, where people can look at you and say, wow, you know what? This isn't the same person I knew a year ago. Some people, they just stay the same. And if that's what you want to do, that's fine. But I don't know about you all, but I want to challenge myself, especially the challenge piece, as well as change some things in my life. So, number 1, start a journal. Y'all know I'm always talking about journaling. Journaling is a great way to track your thoughts and feelings and habits. They give you a non-judgmental place to be honest with yourself. You and I both know that a lot of times when we share whatever's going on in our lives, or however we're feeling with other people, people tend to judge us. So if you have a journal, guess what? You can write in your journal and nobody is going to judge you. You know why? Because whatever you write in that journal is between you and you. Ultimately, God knows what you put in that journal, but It is between you and you. You don't have to explain yourself to anybody. You can be truly real with your feelings, regardless of what it is, good, bad, or indifferent. Put it in your journal. Here's the other thing. Whatever you write in your journal, let's say January, well, the first half of the year, by the end of the year, like myself, I'll go back before this month is over, and I'm going to go through my journal to look at different things that I wrote down to see if specifically my vision book, because y'all know I don't do a vision board, but I'm going to look through my vision book to see if I accomplished the goals that I set for myself or things that I wanted to do. I know a lot of things in there I did not do because I probably just decided I didn't want to do them after I wrote them down for one reason or another. But I love that I can go back and look at my year and I can see all of the things that I accomplished, which will help me as I go into the new year, because I can say, okay, you know what? I accomplished A, B, C, X, Y, Z. So I'm going to leave ABC alone, but for XYZ, I want to expand on those a little bit more, and then I can break out how I want to expand on those things, okay? Number 2, declutter. Pick a room every month and find at least 10 items per room that you can get rid of. Doing this will give you a physical and mental space back. So, like I said, you don't have to take on the whole house. Because if you've been in your house any length of time, you have stuff in there that you can get rid of, okay? Let's just keep it real. So that's why I said pick one room a month. And so maybe in January, you say, you know what? I think I'm going to declutter my room. So you pick the month of January. It doesn't have to be done all in one day or in one weekend. You can do a little bit every day, or you can take the weekends. Excuse me, all my sinuses are draining. You can take the weekends and go and do your decluttering, but you should get rid of some stuff. So your room at the end of January should not look like the beginning of January, is what I'm trying to say. And then maybe for the month of February, you want to declutter your bathroom. I don't know. Maybe for the month of March, you want to declutter your basement. Or if you have a room with a lot of clutter, or if it's a big room, you could always say, well, for the month of March and April, I'm going to tackle my basement, because maybe you can't get all of the decluttering done in the basement, depending on how big your basement is, in 1 month. That's okay. You could even spread it over for 3 months. That all depends on you. But all I'm saying is take and go room by room and start to declutter. This will get rid of things that you no longer need, that are no longer useful to you or anybody else in your home. And you'll be surprised at how much space you really have once you get rid of things that you're no longer using. And here's my rule of thumb, especially with clothes. If I have clothes that I have not touched in the last year or two, I donate. Because if I've not worn those clothes in the last year or two, chances are I'm not going to wear them, or I would have reached for them before now. And so I just donate them. I'm not going to stress about it, because guess what? I can buy new clothes. Now, I don't know about you all, but for me, during the pandemic, I lost 35 pounds, and I am proud of that. And so there are some things that I cannot wear anymore. I had a purple dress that looked like it belonged to somebody else, and I was just borrowing it. And I hated having to donate it, but I did, because it's just too big. I'm not going to put on the weight to get back in the dress, and I'm not going to go have it taken in. I just donated it. And I'll buy another one. Number 3, reorganize. So you decluttered, right? So now we're going to reorganize. Take some time to reorganize your home. So I'm going to say your home, your life, your finances, etc., etc., etc. Whatever area of your life that you can use some reorganization in, I want you to do that. You may decide that you want to reorganize the setup of your home. And that could be buying new furniture, or could be taking the furniture that you have and rearranging it. It could be looking at your life and how you do things. If you're one of these people and you are always on the go, you always have a ton of things to do, can't even get the word out, reorganize your life such that you're not just constantly going and going and going. You ever find that sometimes you're coming and going all at the same time? I know sometimes I am. It's just like this evening. I have a meeting, our diaconate, because you all know I'm on the board, the deacon board at my church, and so we have a meeting via Zoom at 7 o'clock. Well, Angel's class starts at 6:30, and I don't want to miss her class. I'm not going to miss the class because it's been great so far. So the beauty of it is that the Zoom meeting, I don't have to be on camera, and I'm muted. And for Angel's class, it's a call-in number. And so I mute my phone anyway. So I actually can do both because by the time I log in for the deacon meeting, I will have already been in Angel's class for 30 minutes. And our class has only been like at most maybe 45, 50 minutes. And then we spend the last 10 minutes or so with Q&A if people have questions, okay? So I'm going to get it done, but I'm going to rearrange my time management. I was talking to Tim, we co-lead the entrepreneur ministry, and we were just talking about going into this new year, trying to reorganize our lives so we're not just constantly hopping from here to there, to there, to there. Because if you're not careful, that's exactly what happens. Number 4, plan a big trip. Plan to go somewhere you've always wanted to go, but you never took the time to visit. So in the new year, doesn't matter when, the beginning, middle, the end, doesn't matter. Plan a big trip someplace. And it doesn't have to be a week-long trip. It could be just a long weekend that you decide to take. But I want you to do that for yourself. Do something that you've always wanted to do. Go someplace you've always wanted to go, and do that in this new year. Now, when you do it, that's up to you because it's going to depend on the time, your finances, and a whole bunch of other things, I'm sure. But I want you to do that because remember, we're talking about setting goals for 2024. And like I said, it doesn't have to be a week-long trip. It could just be a long weekend or just the weekend in and of itself. But I want you to do something, but make it big. Okay. Number 5, plan to spend more time with family and friends. So time moves with swift transition, and because we can be here today and gone tomorrow, it's important that we love on our family and friends while they're still here. And I'm gonna tell you why I thought about that, because there's a member of our church, and I'm not even sure why his name is escaping me at the moment. And I had to tell my mom last week, I said, oh, Mom, you know, God, I almost said his name, because his wife, she died a few years back. But he passed away. And she goes, what? I said, yeah, he passed away. And if I'm not mistaken, I want to say it was, I know it was last week. I don't know if it was Thursday or Friday. But anyway, and she said, wow, that's interesting because I just talked to him 2 days before that. So that's what made me think about putting that down on my list because, again, we can be here today and gone tomorrow. So I want to encourage you, make that a goal for 2024, to spend more time with your family and friends. It doesn't mean that you're doing anything big and elaborate. It can just be spending time together. It could be once a month, maybe you all get together and fellowship over food, because y'all know we love to eat, right? And we have to eat anyway. So maybe you get together and say, okay, family, we're gonna get together and we're gonna go out to eat. Or you have that one family member that has a huge home and everybody, you know, comes there, whatever it is. But I want you all to be intentional of spending time with your family and your friends in this new year. And I get it, I know it. You're saying, but Michelle, you don't understand. I have a busy schedule. I have so many things to do. So do I. I have a job and I still have a business to take care of. I'm a content creator, so I still have content to put together for my YouTube channel, as I'm doing right now. I still have, and like this month, I'm still doing my videos, but also today, you guys, oh my God, I almost forgot. Today starts the 12 days of Christmas, which is via my podcast. So I still have to go in the house and record the first day 1 of my 12 days of Christmas, and I've got to get that done. And like I said, it's a lot to do, but I've got to get it done because I made the commitment to do it. But we still have to make time to spend with family and friends. The worst thing that you can do is not make time for your family and your friends, and then something happens to them and you go, wow, you know what? I really wish I had spent more time with this person. We have been talking about getting together, doing something, and I just never got around to it. So make the time, okay? Just like you make time for everything else, make time for that. Number 6, start a savings plan. So find a plan that works best for you. Let me put a pin right there. I said that because if you go on Pinterest, perfect place to look, or you can try YouTube as well. There are a ton of savings plans that you can, excuse me, you guys, that you all can use that will work for you, because only you know what works best for you. So that means you're going to have to decide, do you want to save weekly or bi-weekly or monthly? Because everybody doesn't get paid the same. Some people get paid weekly. Most of us get paid bi-weekly. But then you have those that get paid once a month, twice a month, or whatever, the 1st and the 15th, or however your job pays you. So you've got to figure out how you are going to set up your savings plan. And then start saving, be it for a vacation, be it for next Christmas, be it for just shopping in general. Maybe you just want to have a slush fund or something else. It doesn't matter what it is, but just start saving. That way you will have a nice little nest egg should something come up. Or you decide, you know what, I need to treat myself, because maybe you're feeling some kind of way about something, or I don't know, whatever it may be. Just start a savings plan. Excuse me, like I said, and you can, I don't know about banks, I know with credit unions, I'm a member of Andrews Federal Credit Union as well as Navy Federal. And you can buy into they have Christmas savings and they have vacation savings plans. But I will say this, you want to make sure that you read everything so you'll know if you're penalized for taking money out of those accounts prior to a certain time. I'm not quite sure how they work because I don't use them for that. I just keep all my money in my checking account, and then when I do want to save for something, I move it over into the savings however I choose to do it, which is usually every week I move something over into that account, okay? So again, find what works for you. Number 7, create affirmations. It is so important that we all have positive affirmations, be it weekly, monthly, or for the year. Doing this will prove to be helpful as it will help you stay focused on your goals. You may want to have weekly affirmations. So every Monday you write down, let's say, I'm just going to say three affirmations for that week. And you need to make sure that you read those affirmations every morning faithfully when you get up. And you read them every evening before you go to bed. Every day for a week. And every Monday you may decide to come up with 3 more affirmations. You may decide to come up with 5 affirmations for the month. And every day for that month, you will read those affirmations. Be it twice a day, 3 times a day, however you choose to do it. It's up to you. And you may have one affirmation that you use for the whole year. Again, it's up to you, but I want to encourage you to start having affirmations. And you don't have to worry about getting creative and try to come up with your own, because I'm pretty sure that you can Google some affirmations, find one that resonates with you, and use that or use those. Number 8, read more. Find and read a new book every month. I want to challenge you to do that. Okay, it can be a murder mystery, it could be sci-fi, it could be something that's going to help you grow your business, it could be a Christian book, it doesn't matter. Whatever your fancy may be, and you may like all those genres, doesn't matter. But I want you to pick a book that's 12 books, okay, for the whole year. And I want you to make a commitment to read a book every month. I don't know about you, but I have started like 3 different books that I have not finished. So what I'm going to do is, because like I said, the rest of my year is full with things I need to do. I am creating a page in my vision book for books that I already have started that can go on the stickers of books that I need to read. Excuse me. And then, like I said, every month I'm going to make it my business to read a book. Mostly my stuff, like I said, it'll be either Christian related or it will be something dealing with business in terms of growing my business. Because I showed you all the God, I don't know why I didn't bring my tea. The books, the 2 books that I ordered on growing your YouTube channel. I haven't even started reading those. In fact, they're still in the brown Amazon bag that they came in. But I will get into those. Excuse me. This heat is drying my throat out. Sorry, y'all. In the new year. Number 9, find a new hobby or create one. If you don't have one, now is the time to create one. Consider this your you time. That's what I'm calling it, right? To get away from the stress of life. Life can be stressful. Sometimes that's good stress and sometimes it's not so good stress, but life can be stressful. So I want you to create an outlet where you can have your you time. And that means that you decide, I'm going to spend whatever amount of time you allot doing whatever that hobby is that you come up with. If you like knitting, maybe that's your thing. What is that yarn? It's that real thick yarn and you knit with your hands. You don't use the crocheting needle. My Aunt Donna, she's into that. And I follow them on Instagram as well as on YouTube. And I love watching that. It is so relaxing. Now, am I going to do it? Probably not. But I want you to pick up a habit. It could be cooking. It could be, like I said, knitting. It might be vlogging. Whatever it is that works for you, that gives you your you time, I want you to do it. And last but not least, number 10, live a healthy life. So it goes without saying that being healthy is a must. This means eating better, exercising more, etc., etc., etc. Set an ideal goal weight and work towards it. You may need to join a gym or get some equipment for your home, start writing in your journal, and the list can go on and on. I want us all to start living a more healthy lifestyle. And technically, you don't have to wait till January to do that, but I get it because I hear some people in the back of the room saying, Michelle, you understand, it's the season for the holiday parties. You got New Year's parties coming up, New Year's dinner, got all of that. So it's safe to say that you can start in January, where you are going to start journaling, meaning you're writing down your food. As a matter of fact, the Happy Planner, they have a fitness journal that you can purchase. And it doesn't have to even be that. It can be whatever you choose to put it in. It could be just a regular journal that you write in. Excuse me, it doesn't matter to me. Whatever works for you. I do have the Happy Planner has like these accessory, God, I forget what they call it. But anyway, so it's like a 6-month, I could get the whole fitness planner. Or I can just get 2 of the packets of the 6-month. You have the dividers, they're undated. Excuse me, and you can add them into your regular planner. That's what I'm doing. Because what I did not want is to have a whole journal, because they do make a fitness journal, and then have my general catch-all planner. And then I ordered one. I'll show it to you. Well, I won't tell you about that, but I'll show it to you when it comes tomorrow. Or Friday, rather. But you understand what I'm saying, because I was looking at some videos over the weekend, honey, and people are doing their 2024 journal flip-throughs. Some of them have 6 planners that they're using. Some have 7. Some have 8. Some have 9. That's just way too many planners for me to have to keep track of. So, I have my catch-all planner. I have, and then I'm going to insert the health and wellness packet into the back of it, so I can just have all of that in one place. And I will have another planner. I ordered it today. Oh, it's the faith. Happy Planner has a faith planner that I ordered today. I cannot wait to get that and start writing in that as well. But that is not something I really wanted to keep in my catch-all because it has specific guided pages in the Faith Planner. But I'll show it to you when it comes. And so other than those two planners, other than those two planners, that's it. Because for my podcast, I actually have a log. It's a journal log, if you will, that's specific for your podcast that you can keep track of the topic you talked about, the date you published it. You can just write down, critique it yourself. How well did it do? How many people listened to it? Any comments or feedback that you got from it, things you could have done differently. I showed you all that book when I got it. But anyway, so that's all I'm going to have. Just those two planners, the catch-all and the Faith Planner. That's it. Okay. So, but what you use as your planner, that's your business. You can do what you want. I was just sharing I actually got in that whole tangent because I was talking about the fitness section, that if you want, Happy Planner has a whole fitness planner. I believe it comes in the mini as well as the classic size. It may come in the big size as well, not sure, but I do believe that you can. I know you can get in the classic. I think it comes in the mini as well. And you can go and check places like the Happy Planner website. They have great deals going on right now, by the way. You can go on Amazon. You can go to Hobby Lobby. They carry them. Michael's carries them. And there might be some other places that carry them well. Those just are the only ones that I know of offhand. But the key is to just live a healthy lifestyle, because I always have enjoyed writing down. And yes, I have the Fit app on my phone where I can keep track of my caloric intake for the day. I break it down by breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. And I also track my sleep, and I also track my steps for the day. And any calories I burn exercising. And I fell off. I won't even lie to you. Around about October-ish, I fell off doing that. Although I'm still conscious of those things, I can go, well, here's the thing. My watch that I have on, it tracks all of that stuff for me. Hold on. Come on. It tracks all of that stuff for me. So the app on my phone that's tied to this watch, I can go in and I can see how much sleep I got, how many steps I took, how many calories I took in for the day, because the Fit app that I'm using, it automatically somehow or another seems to know what I've eaten, and it tracks my apps. It's all good. I don't know how, but just to make sure it's accurate, I still like to put in what I've eaten. So it's tracking it that way. So I'm not necessarily, on the app, let me say this, because I'm confused myself. On the app, I can look and see day by day what I've eaten. But in the fitness section of my catch-all planner, I just need to know for breakfast, I spent 400 calories on breakfast. I'm just throwing it out there. Lunch, I typically don't eat lunch because I use that time to take my nap. But let's say I had 500 calories for lunch. And then dinner, let's say I had another 500 calories for dinner. So that's 1,400 calories for the day. Because my goal is to make sure I'm not going over my allotted caloric intake that I've set for myself. Now, the other thing is, if you have exercise in, then you can allow for a few extra calories for your meals because you're exercising. You don't want to go overboard, and you don't have to use those, but you can. Other options, you've got Weight Watchers, which you can do online now, as well as Jenny Craig. So if you need some help with getting to your fitness goals, make sure you utilize those as well. If you need to get a personal trainer, do that. If you need to get a nutritionist, do that as well. All I'm saying is make a commitment to start living a healthier lifestyle. Because the reality is that there are a lot of unhealthy people in this world. Now, let me tell you what I'm not saying, because I know people seem to think that just because Susie is skinny, she's healthy. Not necessarily. Susie might just not, she may just have a higher metabolism so she doesn't gain weight, but you'd be surprised what she's eating throughout the day, a bunch of junk food. Where you look at Rick, and Rick is a little overweight, and you go, oh, he can't be healthy. And I'm pretty sure he might have some high blood pressure issues. He may have some diabetic or pre-diabetic issues, but we cannot always assume just by looking at people that they're healthy or unhealthy, because you just can't. Okay, now I will say this. When we get to the point where we're overweight, obese, and definitely morbidly obese, then we stand a higher chance of really having health problems. And a lot of that stuff you can get rid of if you just get your weight down. Okay, so I want you all to promise me that you are going to make 2024 the year that you just get your complete life in order. You may be one of those people that has a habit of paying bills late because you forget about stuff. I want you to get your finances in order. You have accessory sheets that you can put inside of the Happy Planner as well. Tracking sheets, I've ordered some of those where I can keep track of my expenses or my bills, because especially when you're trying to pay off bills, so I can keep track of what the item is, how much I owe, and when I make payments, I can track my payments and watch it go down. Now, you could always just create a spreadsheet for that if you like. That's optional as well. However you choose to do it, I just want you to make sure you are just living a healthier lifestyle. Also, I didn't mention, it could be that you need to get back in track with your doctor visits, getting your physical in. I got my physical done August. Yeah, it was August, September. Got my physical done, so I'm good till next year. So making sure, ladies, you get your mammograms. Men and women, get your colonoscopy. I know we don't like to think about it. We're not even going to delve deep into that, but making sure you're getting your colonoscopy, making sure you're getting your blood work done, because you don't want any surprises down the road and find out that you're pre-diabetic and you could have known that ahead of time. Making sure you get your dental visits in. Making sure you're getting your cleanings done on a regular basis, your deep cleanings, all of that other good stuff. If you have gone your whole life and you've done just the bare minimum on taking care of your teeth, I want to encourage you and challenge you to, if you need braces, go get those braces. Because you might say, well, I'm not fooling with that. I didn't get them when I was growing up, so I'm not fooling with them now. You're not too old. I got my braces on when I was 43. I think I was 43. I don't know if I was still 42, but anyway, around that area, I got my braces on and I wore them for 4 years. Now, to be honest with you, I cannot find my retainer. And I want to say, I think I accidentally threw it away. So come first of the year, I'm going to make an appointment and I'm going to go back to my dentist office. And what I love about that dentist office is you have the oral surgeon there, because I have a wisdom tooth that I need to get pulled. So I want to go ahead and get that done. Dr. Jackson, he does the oral surgery. And then whoever took over from my dentist, Dr. Caldwell, who also was a deacon at my church, and he was in my class of deacons, by the way, he passed away. So I'm going to have to get a new dentist. And then I get my cleanings done there, and my, I was going to say OBGYN, Lord have mercy. Lord, I can't think of the doctor's name that did my braces. So I said all that to say, we're going to live healthier lifestyles. We're not going to keep putting off things, because there will come a time where it's too late. And so if you have issues with your teeth and you don't go see about them, and you keep putting it off and putting it off and putting it off, and then when you don't have any other choice, but you have to go, then the dentist says, well, orthopedic doctor, that's what I was trying to think of. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do to save the teeth. We got to pull them all. And you're thinking, dang, I should have went when I said I was going to go. Stop putting things off. That's something else that I should have put on my list, but that's your bonus. Stop putting things off. We're going to stop procrastinating. It's a new year. We've got to do things different, okay? And we're going to stop procrastinating. As a matter of fact, we're going to start that right now. So whatever it is that you need to do today, the rest of the week, the rest of the month, I need you to go ahead and start now. Don't wait till January. Start now. because we've been putting things off far too long. Now, having said that, that is it. That is all. Thank you for giving me just a little bit of your time to speak life into you, to encourage you to want to start the new year off on a good note, okay? Because I know I'm going to start my new year off on a good note, and I want you all to do the same. So if you're new to watch my videos, I want to say welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. And I do apologize for taking up so much of your time today, but I really wanted to get that out there as we get ready to go into a new year. But I do car conversations every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. So make sure you come back on Friday and join me. If this is not your first rodeo, I want to say welcome back. You know I miss you and I don't get a chance to see you. Go out there, you guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Wherever you're going, whatever you're doing, all I ask that you do is to have fun and do so responsibly. Be careful. Watch your surroundings. Y'all know the drill, you know the spiel. I love you to the moon and back, and there is nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing that you could ever do about it, because I'm always going to love you. I'm always going to love you. I'm always going to be here to believe in you and to encourage you, because I believe that you can do anything that you put your mind to. And always remember, the best is yet to come. Until next time, take care.